for a read for my divine masculines. You don't need to be a divine masculine to watch this video, nor do you need to be a man. Cross watchers are welcome. Just everybody play nice, okay? I want to use my singing bowl to try and get us like attuned. There's been a bit of a common thread of an imbalance between masculine and feminine coming up in today's reading. So I just want us to actively channel balance and harmony within ourselves. And yeah, we're just gonna take some deep breaths, okay? I don't know if you guys actually could hear that. I hope so. Okay. Yeah, the energy's feeling a bit tense. We're gonna go in with the Black Moon Oracle to get a vibe check, all right? With love, light, and gratitude, I call upon the ascended masters, archangels, ancestors, guardians, galactics, and guides with the highest white light and the frequency of love in order to assist me in channeling messages clearly and concisely for the highest good of my divine masculine collective at this time. I'm also going to lovingly and adoringly call upon Saint Germain of the Violet Flame to assist me and all worthy hearts at the effortless and immediate task of transmuting any lower level energies, entities, and others seeking to influence us or Gaia at this time. Thank you for blessings, thank you for protection, thank you for guidance, and thank you for connection. I'm going to also declare complete and immediate energetic sovereignty for myself as well as the collective. We are going to repel any external energies, entities, and others that are not for our highest good. We are going to reclaim our yummy divine energy and declare energetic sovereignty. And we're going to channel our highest selves for this message, okay? The first card that came out was the 7th house, partners. That's a 4. So yes, this very much could be in regards to a romantic connection. This could be how you interact with your 1/7. So like, for example, I'm a Leo, so my 1/7 would be Aquarius. So how do you operate within that opposite energy that is just as much part of you, believe it or not? But, oh wow, and we've got the 1st house out here as well. So the 1/7, very, very relevant here. Internally or externally, as well as the 3rd house messages. So we've got a 4, a 7, and a 9, okay? And all these came out in reverse. So I'm going to most likely say that this is in regards to a romantic connection for some of you, for most of you, most likely. That is a bit out of whack at the moment, okay? Neptune, sacrifice. Okay, so we're gonna keep that as the overall energy. This is needing to let go of things, whether that be one's expectations, perceived wrongs of the past, actual wrongs of the past, or possibly even a dynamic, a relationship, a way of living that has been comfortable. Let's go in with the Soul's Journey. Alright, Spirit, what do my divine masculines need to know at this moment in time? What is most relevant for my divine masculines? I'm feeling creative with how I'm shuffling these cards today. I don't know why. I think maybe there's just a need to switch things up, do things differently. Sacrifice, the old way of doing things, like I mentioned. Acceptance. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, I'm learning to accept things I cannot change. And the things I must sacrifice. Oh goodness, and as I pulled that up, love is right here. Okay, another 4. So collective, I think this actually might be like a breakup read. And I'm hearing some ringing. So of course, this is just going to be a potential timeline. Take everything as it resonates with the roles as you need to. But what I'm seeing here is that there's a need to release, to accept things, to understand that maybe you've tried communicating, like the 3rd house messages, you've tried an honesty, you've tried maybe therapy with somebody, you've tried communicating, you've tried working through things, you've tried getting them to see your point of view, your perspective, but it just comes a point in time that you need to initiate and accept and understand change, because you could be experiencing some health issues. And there goes a bird. So for some of you, you could be experiencing, whether that be mental, physical, emotional, some sort of feeling of dis-ease and distress within you because of this lover's connection, this romantic partnership. And it is very possible that this could just be somebody that's like a very prominent friend or family member in your life, but this is an individual that you have a soul tie to, that you are quite bonded to, whether that be legally or emotionally. It is very much seeming like romantic, but take it as it resonates, okay? Change is necessary. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. What I'm seeing here is that this unwillingness to sacrifice, and I'm hearing some ringing, so this unwillingness to sacrifice is halting your movement, halting your development, your evolution, and it is also putting you in a place of unwellness, okay? So, loneliness. Maybe you don't want to be lonely. Maybe you really like the warm, fuzzy feelings you get from having a partner, is what I was inclined to say. Not even like this partner, just a partner in general. Somebody might not want to be lonely. And I think the unfortunate thing is that if you are a divine masculine who is in a male's body, men are kind of socialized to not receive this love from their platonic friends. One of the only ways that men have, for a good portion of society, received connection and intimacy and deep connection was through their romantic partners. So maybe you feel that if you don't have this person or a person in your life, you don't have anybody to share in that closeness with. There's, I wanted to say, a disordered way of seeing relationships, and I'm hearing some ringing, so that could be the case for some of you. Kind of like painting things to be what you want them to be and not accepting the reality of the situation. That could be quite unsettling for some of you, and most likely for your partners as well. Yeah, not wanting to be lonely, not wanting to miss out on having somebody to like co-regulate emotions could possibly be something as well. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. We've got a 5 of Pentacles out here. A 10 of Cups. And then a 5 of Cups. So collective. Regardless of your gender, my divine masculines are in a place right now where they're feeling extreme loss, struggle, burden. They're feeling alone. Okay, this is very much feeling out in the cold, feeling as if perhaps if you have been associated with a divine feminine, that church, that holy space has blocked you out. You are no longer allowed entrance, and somebody is feeling all alone, or possibly, as I was mentioning, men and their inability to connect. Not all men, of course, but their inability to connect deeply and intimately and divinely with the people in their lives, aside from a romantic partner who does usually operate in a female, feminine body, has put them alongside people who are just as down and out as them. And now it's like, well, shoot, not only do I not have that sense of divinity in my life anymore, I'm stuck with people who are just as dependent as me. And now it's like misery loves company, right? You wanted possibly a divine feminine to be your company, but instead you got your mirror to be your company. And that's in regards to a 10 of Cups that was once established, that was maybe even dreamt of. Maybe it wasn't fully at that 10 of Cups yet, but that was what you saw, that was what you wanted, that was the goal you had in mind, and what you ended up getting was the 5 of Cups. Somebody took their cups, their 5 cups, and they left. You've got 5, 5. So a tower is very likely to have occurred or will be occurring. There's a feeling of loss, of grief, of sadness, of overwhelm, possible overconsumption, and for some of you, possibly a pity party. This card always makes me feel as if somebody has kicked over these cups. You know, this one right here has kicked over these cups, and now he's like, well, that wasn't a good idea. Now, was it? No, it wasn't, because there was something in there that was supposed to be divine, that you could have had the possibility of achieving, but because of this dependency, this addiction, quite possibly, or mental instability, someone has lost the ability to share their cups with another, and now they're not so pleased with their way of acting. And the consequences, 9 of Swords, somebody's very much up in their head, feeling haunted by possibly the idea of what once was or what could have been. We've got Justice here. This is justice. Whatever you're going through right now, my divine masculines, and I'm tempted to say that actually there are going to be some karmic masculines watching this, and if they are willing and able to transcend this experience and sacrifice the things that they need to, they will be initiated into becoming divine masculines. So everything I say in this reading is coming from a place of love, and I need you to understand that, and I need you to hear what I'm saying. And if you can't get that, then honestly, please just go find a different video, because everything I'm going to be saying is in a way to try and bring justice to you, as well as to the people in your life who have possibly been done wrong by your way of being that needs to be released. Okay, so this is coming from a place of love, but there's a firm hand that needs to be applied at this moment in time in order to hopefully strengthen these karmic ways of being into something of divinity. So if you accept that challenge, congratulations. I'd like to be the first to welcome you. Honestly, that's beautiful. It's not easy, okay? And I just felt like some tingles. It's not easy. This is not an easy journey. Some of you could be dealing with legal problems at this moment in time. There could have been a family that fell apart, assets that needed to be liquidated. There could have been police reports filed. There could have been restraining orders. There could have been some really, really heavy things that occurred in your life in regards to this karmic chapter that you've been on. Or if you're a cross watcher, that someone in your life has been on, okay? I'm talking as if I'm speaking to this masculine directly. This masculine has operated in a King of Pentacles sort of energy. You have operated in a King of Pentacles energy, which is very, very beneficial if it is balanced with a couple other energies. However, all on its own, it is somebody who is focused a bit too heavy on the material, a bit too much on the, can I see it? Can I touch it? Can I perceive it on the earthly realm? Okay, well then it is of the most value to me. So this means that emotions, probably not given a lot of respect. Divinity, and most likely in regards to a divine feminine, not given respect. What is most important is the financial ability to care for oneself, or even the appearance that one can care for oneself. This is somebody who is concerned with outside perspectives, opinions. There's a judgment call being brought down upon this person. Justice and judgment. There is a call that has been going off from the angelic ethereal realms for a long while, and you are aware of it. I'm not going to be the first, second, third, nor fourth person to inform you of this. You have known that things needed to change. You've known that you've been on the outside. You've been there in the cold because of your own actions. But your unwillingness to hear this information, to maybe like tuck your head under the pillow and pretend as if you just ignore it, everything will be fine, has left you here. Has left you here. You will not be able to achieve this or anything remotely close to it until this transformation is accepted, until you balance yourself, your emotions, your connection to the ethereal realm as well as to the physical realm, and you do some serious sacrificing, okay? The sun is here to follow that. So as I mentioned, this is not going to be an easy process. You are going to feel stripped naked and bare in front of the divine, in front of people in the 3D, in front of every illusion that you tried to paint, whether that be for yourself, for others, whatever. There's a need to be honest with oneself and act accordingly, because if you are able to, then you get a brand new beginning. You get purified. You get that sense of a brand new life, a whole new world, okay? The divine does not want to exclude you from the heaven on earth timeline. They do not want you to be excluded from God's kingdom. However, this behavior is simply not allowed. It isn't. You won't be able to see the door into the kingdom, let alone step a single foot in. You have the opportunity to experience brand new, exciting, passionate connections, not just in the romantic sense. I think for some of you, you've maybe been too focused on the passion, maybe too much on the wand. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I was actually going to shuffle these cards, but they just want me to take what I see out here. Let me lay these on my board appropriately. Give me 1 second. Some of you, as I mentioned, could have been in that realm of masculine males who think that if you can have a sexual interaction with somebody, that is love, that is nourishment, that is a happy connection. This has been a very short-sighted attempt at trying to get your needs met. It has left people around you feeling used, taken advantage of, disrespected. I also heard abused and assaulted. Take that if it's relevant for you. The way that you've acted in the past or are currently has done a great deal of harm to the people in your life who most likely were there to show you how to actually exist in an energy of love. These people, as I mentioned, have most likely taken their cups and they've gone on elsewhere because they understand that this is your energy and this is their energy. And again, this isn't coming from a place of judgment. This is just a realistic conversation that needs to happen between you and you. And I'm just happening to deliver the message, okay? This is the energy that you could have had in your life at one time as an option, as a timeline. But because of this behavior, this way of living, these patterns, this is no longer an option. This short-sighted approach of focusing on the wand, that sexual gratification, or even how other people may see a relationship or what they have to say about it, or whether or not it gives you more clout or less clout, has disrupted your ability to have genuine, caring connections that could actually be soulmates, have been people in your life from past lives. This was what Spirit wanted for you, okay? This is what Spirit wanted for you. Do you see all of these majors? This is a big fucking deal, okay? You are so low right now because you are capable of so much more. And they're like sending shivers down my spine right now. You are in the depths of hell because you were supposed to be part of Heaven's kingdom. You were supposed to be an initiate. But you were lying, cheating, stealing, scamming, hurting. You were operating in this King of Wands energy. Again, thinking with that wand, all about that sexual gratification. And you came to a high priestess in this sort of energy, an intuitive, a divine feminine, somebody who saw you most likely from the very beginning, but was still in your life because that was her assignment. She was there as an option for you to elevate. She saw this behavior, these patterns, this way of existing that was your pattern. And knowing that, she still stood by you because that was your invitation into the kingdom. But you said no. I don't want to get better. I don't want to heal. Instead, what I will do was I'll destroy those relationships. I will claim that it's not equal. I will claim as if this is somebody I can't work with because X, Y, Z. You're experiencing so much struggle in your life because you were supposed to be better. You had so many opportunities. Like I said, this is not the first, second, third, or fourth time you've heard this. The divine wanted you to be there alongside this high priestess, or even just on your own, to have a strong new beginning of happiness, health, love, divinity. But instead of accepting what you needed to sacrifice and choosing to operate in the frequency of love, you decided to destroy God's gift, to destroy your ticket into the kingdom. And now you're worried. You're very stressed. You're very unsure if you'll ever have happiness again, if you'll ever know love like what you knew. And to be honest, I can't tell you that, because divine feminines like this are not given to everybody. They are given to those who are supposed to be their equals. And if you have taken somebody who is supposed to be your equal and stabbed them in the back for fun, for sport, for your ego, even if you get a passage into this new life, you may not get an opportunity with somebody of this rank again. I'm not even talking about the specific person. I honestly think for most of you, this person will not be an option ever again. I think they have been placed somewhere that will be permanently unattainable from you. And you need to accept that. And you still need to be willing to make these sacrifices despite that, because you need to change and elevate for yourself, for you, for that first house, the self, not your partner. You are not being strengthened by fire for sake of your worth in relation to another person, a woman, a feminine energy. This is occurring right now so that you can be a sovereign being and be in that frequency of love all on your own, just like this divine feminine was. But because you weren't able to meet her where she was at, and you, again, instead of politely declining a relationship that was sent by God, I think some of you were begging, we're pleading, we're saying, I'm in this down and out circumstance. I feel as if I've never experienced true love, true happiness. I feel as if I don't know any divinity in my life. Please, please, God, please show me what that's like. And you got that in the form of a high priestess who, again, saw you from the beginning, who knew when you were lying, cheating, stealing, doing whatever you did. And then she was removed. And then here you are. That is justice. You deserve to be wherever you are. And as I was saying, you are so low right now because you were supposed to be so high. Even if you didn't end up with this person, you were supposed to choose a different path, a different life, a different way of existing that would have given you everything that you wanted. This would have been such peace, such calm, such happiness. But that focus on the wand, on the ego, on the earthly realm, on the pentacles, on that money, the priorities were not in the appropriate place. And because of that, you have been halted, and you will stay halted, and you will experience as many hardships as you need to in order for you to realize that you are on this cycle from no one's doing but your own. And that is overwhelming to hear, I'm sure. And that may upset you to hear, but it upsets you because it's true and you know that. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it's difficult. But the truth of the matter is that you being defensive to this end, to this sacrifice of the way things have been, to the wrongs that you've committed against this Empress, this divine feminine in your life, I think that you understand the severity of what you've done. You know what? I'm just going to leave it there. What has played out here has been of your own free will. And there has been numerous attempts to get you right on the appropriate path. And now it is up to you to be honest with yourself about what needs to change. Because yes, this cycle is devastating. You've lost a lot, and you may continue to lose more, because what you've gained is not from a place of love nor divinity. You had an illusion. You had a way of doing things that was underhanded. And that is why you are where you are. But the beauty in that circumstance is that when you can be honest with yourself, when you can shut down your ego and tap into the divine and into intellect minus triggers, minus programming, you, as a very powerful individual and someone with the possibility of becoming a divine masculine, can turn that circle around, can get on the top of the karmic wheel, can heal, can help others to heal. You are somebody who has a great purpose in your life. You are supposed to be somebody who is, again, considered a pair to somebody like this. You are not. You are down here in a 5 of Cups. This is, in comparison, a moody teenager, okay, to a goddess. And this isn't to speak down upon you. This is to say that this is the sort of energy divine sees in you, that they know you can access and tap into. And this was supposed to be your calling. But here you are, throwing yourself a pity party, claiming to be a victim, claiming to have been done wrong by people. You are not the victim here, okay? You have the ability of becoming something great, becoming someone great. But it is all up to you on how you want to wield that sword and how you want to wield that wand. You need to be able to identify what a healthy relationship is. And most importantly, before you even consider that, you need to have a healthy relationship with yourself. If you are a man who has been unable to experience love and connection within your non-romantic experiences, then that is something that you need to start to nurture. You need to see people as a reflection of you. We all are different parts of the universe experiencing itself, whether that's a divine feminine, a divine masculine, or a karmic feminine, a karmic masculine. You need to see the value in every single person, not for what they can do for you, but how they can bring you closer to yourself and how you can do the same for them. If you have been utilizing your connection to feminine energies, to women, for sake of experiencing that divinity and that love, then you are exploiting them. And you don't get to call that love. You don't get to siphon the light from somebody who has done the work, who is tapped in, who is intelligent and aware, and treat them in this way, because that is unfair, that is greedy, and you do not deserve that. So it is up to you to accept this transformation, this death process, to walk away from the things that do not serve you and have not served you and have been temporary satisfactions. You need to unearth what hides in your subconscious, why you are the way you are, why you do the things that you do, and you need to become the magician, that divine masculine that you are supposed to be. You have a great calling on your life. You have a lot of light that you can tap into, but you have chosen to tap into your darkness. And until you make that conscious decision repeatedly every single day to transmute this energy within you into something beautiful and life-giving, the tower is going to continue to crumble around you. So that was a lot. That was a lot. And I do hope that you stayed to the end. I hope that this message reaches who it needs to, because this is essentially somebody who is capable of taking a karmic path and transmuting it into a divine one. And that is what is slated for you. That is what the divine wants, okay? Again, we want healing for everybody, but nobody can heal for you. Okay, Spirit, can you give me the most relevant information for these masculines, please? Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. If that doesn't say it all, okay? This is divine masculine. This is healthy masculine. This is not somebody who claims to be divine, claims to be loving, claims to be caring. This is not about that earthly perception, as I was saying, that this King of Pentacles likes to operate in. And I'm hearing some ringing, so this is going to hit home for some of you. It is not about how other people see your relationship. It is not about how other people think that you treat a partner. It is not about how you even think you treat a partner. If behind those intentions, it is an attempt to siphon energy, sex, emotional investment, you need to understand sacred masculine energy. That is what is being asked of you, okay? I'm going to read this for you because I feel like this is going to be particularly relevant. And honestly, if you did stay this long, thank you. Congratulations, you are further along than everybody who clicked off the video. Just being able to hear these difficult truths says that you're in a place of maturity and you are close to sacrificing those things that you need to. So honestly, give yourself a pat on the back. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of you too. Brothers of the Rose. This is a card, the sacred masculine. Like the feminine, the sacred masculine exists within each one of us, and together we are all being called to balance both energies within us. The sun and the moon, solar and lunar. Perhaps this is what it means to give birth to a new world, heaven on earth. You can come in the kingdom, but you can't do it from a karmic place. The sacred mature masculine is something so needed in our world. It is the part of us that lives in deep honor and reverence to the feminine. Honor and reverence, not exploitation and subjugation and control. It recognizes the goddess within all of life, including the earth, and it is committed to protecting and living in devotion to the feminine. The sacred masculine knows that striving and overpowering, enduring and conquering the world, it just says conquering, are not helpful, but conquering the world isn't helpful either. The sacred masculine is strong and tender, protective, but not defensive. This card could be a sign that you're being called to work on the sacred masculine energy within you that's maturing and rising. It could be that you're being called to work on ancestral healing of the paternal line. It could be an indication that you're being called to invoke or acknowledge the sacred masculine in those around you. Or it could represent the sacred masculine appearing in your life. The sacred masculine exists within all of us. They are encircling you so that you can do your sacred work, so that you can be part of the return of the goddess on the earth. The rose is their emblem, and they wear it proudly on their hearts. This is what's being asked. This is your invitation into the kingdom. You were given a feminine at one point who would have assisted you on this journey. She's not an option anymore, and you need to accept that. You need to mourn that. You need to feel your feelings. Get support from healthy masculines around you or counseling. Feel your feelings, purge that, and accept that this right now is your opportunity to choose a different life. The soul inquiry for this card says, how are you being called to work with a sacred masculine? I think you know. Okay. We have the Mother Rose on the bottom of the deck that says returning to each other, compassion, humanity. My karmic masculines, things don't have to be this way, okay? You can have a different life. You can have a seat at the table. You can have that connection to divinity within yourself as well as within another. But until you are able to shine this light upon the darkest parts within yourself and do that necessary healing, it's a non-factor. It's a non-option, okay? Again, thank you for staying till the end. Thank you for practicing acceptance and change, because it's gonna help you heal. I wanna see what's on the bottom of this Black Moon deck. Jupiter, abundance. Okay, this is what awaits you. 7 represents the divine path. You can choose this, and my heart is beating so fast. You can choose this. You can do this. It may not be easy, but it's going to be so worth it. Okay? Thank you for being here. If you want to book me, check out the description. Love you lots. And again, I'm proud of you. See you in the next one.